Welcome everyone. Today we're here to discuss the indisputable BOS.KIT. As AI scales, the ability to trace every decision is no longer optional. It is critical. I'll be showing you how the forensic-grade architecture in BOS.KIT version 1.3.0 transforms AI traceability from a challenge into a core business certainty. In an enterprise world, trust is everything. With BOS.KIT, we've built security into every byte. Every AI output has a cryptographic signature, and every action is recorded permanently. We're not just providing AI, we're delivering forensic-grade security that you can hold accountable. When we talk about the anatomy of trust, we aren't just talking about a checklist, we're talking about an airtight ecosystem. It starts with identity, ensuring every access point is strictly verified. We enforce isolation to keep data segregated at the deepest level, while observation gives us total transparency across every single request. And finally, provenance ensures that every output is cryptographically signed and authentic. Ultimately, we don't just secure your data, we prove it at every step. The inbound journey you see here is our core defense framework. We treat every incoming request with a zero-trust policy through 3 critical checkpoints. At the perimeter, we deploy middleware IP block listing. It's our first line of defense, refreshing every 5 seconds to neutralize threats before they even touch our logic. Moving deeper, we enforce role-based JWT authentication. This filters access strictly by identity, ensuring that users like BOS_owner or admin only see what they are authorized to see. The final barrier is our MFA gate route guard. This adds a mandatory layer of multi-factor authentication, acting as the ultimate lock for the system. Essentially, we've built a journey where security isn't just a feature, it's the entire path to a secure entry. Now let's look at our core defense, kernel-level tenant isolation. In the real world, threats don't just come from outside, they can come from a rogue admin or a compromised credential. That's why we use the ASSEC01 protocol to force row-level security. We guarantee zero crossflow by default, meaning your data is mathematically separated across all tables. Even if a table owner tries to bypass the rules, our absolute policy enforcement stops them. Simply put, we've hard-coded the security at the database layer, so even if credentials are stolen, your data remains invisible to everyone else. When we talk about data sovereignty, we focus on 2 specific control models tailored to different organizational structures. On the left, our standard tenant isolation is designed for absolute compartmentalization. By leveraging PostgreSQL row-level security, we ensure absolute zero crossflow. This is the gold standard for enterprise clients who require their data to exist in a completely private silo. Conversely, on the right, we have the corporate sibling opt-in. We developed this specifically for corporate groups or pilot environments. It allows for permitted, mathematically verified data sharing between sibling entities under a shared group ID. You get the benefit of a unified ecosystem while maintaining a hard perimeter against any external tenants. Both models guarantee that your data remains secure, compliant, and under your total control. Welcome to the Data Citadel. At the core of our ecosystem is PostgreSQL16, acting as the single source of truth for everything from authentication to AI. We've structured this architecture around 3 core pillars. Foundation. We use pgvector to handle AI embeddings directly within the database for seamless knowledge retrieval. Integrity. Every deployment is automated and idempotent, ensuring our database state remains consistent across every API startup. Resilience. With our notifications outbox and SignalR, we guarantee that data delivery is both real-time and fail-safe. It's not just a database, it's a fortified environment built for scale. To ensure absolute security, we've implemented what we call the execution airlock. Think of it as a digital clean room for AI. Every process is isolated in its own sandbox, meaning data from one conversation can never leak into another. We strictly control what the AI can do through a defined allow list, ensuring that while the AI is powerful, it always stays within the safety rails we've built. Next, I want to show you what we call the indestructible watermark. Instead of a simple logo, we embed security into the document's DNA across 4 invisible layers, from encrypted metadata to zero-width characters hidden between letters. The real strength here is redundancy. As you can see in the diagram, even if a leaker finds and deletes 6 out of 7 security placements, it doesn't matter. We only need 1 survivor to achieve 100% payload recovery. It's invisible, it's redundant, and it makes your data virtually impossible to leak anonymously. Let's take a look at what we call the anatomy of a proven action. To ensure every AI interaction is secure and verifiable, we created the digital thread. It starts with safety, where users are authenticated through MFA gate. From there, we enrich the request with precise data from our Knowledge Studio. The heavy lifting happens in our architecture, where an isolated AI sub-process executes tasks using strictly enforced MCP tools. Once the output is ready, we secure its provenance with a 4-layer indestructible watermark. Finally, everything is bound by a single trace _id for total observation. In short, it's not just an action. It's a verified, transparent journey from start to finish. Moving on to our deployment strategy. What's unique here is that we serve two very different infrastructure needs from a single, unified codebase using .NET 10 and React 19. Currently, for our single-tenant pilots, we provide an isolated, Azure-managed environment. Looking ahead, our multi-tenant SaaS model will utilize containerized scaling to support our future enterprise subscription tiers. Both are powered by Docker Compose, ensuring consistency across the board. On this slide, we focus on continuous compliance and observation. To ensure PDPA standards, we've implemented a strict data lifecycle. Soft delete is our default to prevent data loss, while any hard purge requires a mandatory justification. Everything is automated, including pseudonymization, to keep the data secure without manual effort. At the same time, we maintain active monitoring. Our threat detection runs every 30 seconds, and every admin activity is recorded in our audit logs. This gives us full visibility and ensures that our environment remains compliant and secure at all times. Moving on to architectural governance. To ensure total code integrity, we've implemented what we call a, quote, digital thread. Greater than this means we use hook and force safety wrappers to block any unauthorized changes to our core branches. Every single update is forced through an immutable review pipeline. Nothing gets passed without proper validation. All of this is built on a high-performance enterprise stack including .NET 10 and React 19, giving us a foundation that is both secure and highly scalable. Right now, we are tracking at version 1.3.0. Our core end-to-end features, including the audit trace, 4-layer watermarking, and forensic UI, are fully completed. We are now at the executive acceptance gate. All implementations are ready. We are simply pending the final review from Chief Manager Martin and COO authorization before we trigger the next waves, specifically the multi-tenant tiers and account pooling. With our core features fully deployed, and version 1.3.0 ready for the final gate, the next step is yours. All our contact details, from our direct line ID to our website, are right here on the screen. We invite you to reach out and schedule a live demo to see these audit and forensic tools in action. We look forward to moving into the next phase with you. Thank you.